Hey guys, today I'm here with my sister Dani.
Hi.
And we're going to be talking about backpacking for Europe, which she's going to be doing this summer. Packing your bag for a backpacking trip through Europe, which she'll be doing this summer. And then also just some benefits of lightweight backpacking and some tips. So to start off, Dani's going to tell you briefly just a little bit about her trip.
So I'm going to Europe for 3 weeks. I'm going to do about a week and a half in Ireland, and I'm going to be renting a car and driving around and staying in some bed and breakfasts, and then also staying in some hostels in the cities, and then another week and a half in the Netherlands where I'll do a mix of staying in hostels and staying with a friend. So this is my pack for that, but it's important to note that I packed in here for 3 weeks of Europe, but this is the same thing I would have packed if I was going for the entire summer.
Yeah, so that's a good point. So you don't necessarily need more space just because you're staying for a longer time. Dani's going to unpack the bag, and so you can see everything that's in her pack, and we'll also have a packing list included in the video description, and then she'll pack it back up for you. So you can kind of see how it all fits. And during that time, I'm going to be reading off a list of benefits and tips that we've come up with together for you. For the benefits of minimalist lightweight backpacking, number one is ease of travel. So obviously you have less stuff, it's going to be easier to travel. One of the ways that manifests is you can carry on your luggage. So this will easily fit under a seat. That's also cheaper because you don't have to pay for it and check it. And it's easier to fit in lockers. So for example, if you get somewhere and you want to go exploring and you don't want your backpack on, you can check it in a locker, and this one's going to fit in a lot more lockers.
And cheaper lockers too, because the bigger the lockers are, the more expensive they usually are.
Exactly. And it's easier to travel on public transportation no matter how crowded they are, so no matter if it's rush hour or whatnot, because you just have a little bag. Two, it saves you money. So like we said, it's going to save you money because you don't have to check an extra bag or pay for oversized baggage, but also, if you do want to store it somewhere, it's cheaper for that smaller locker. And also, you didn't buy a bunch of stuff to put in your pack that you're never going to need. Less stuff to worry about, and therefore it's easier to manage. So you don't have to worry about your items getting lost or just feeling overwhelmed by them. Basically, you know where all of your items are and where they are. Being prepared doesn't mean having more. Actually, one thing Dani and I have experienced on our trips, and we both pack in this same bag and live out of that same bag, is that we're often more prepared than other people around us, and we're definitely as prepared.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for the last summer, 6 weeks in Central America, I was always prepared for everything I needed, and a lot of people with bigger bags weren't.
Yeah, and it's interesting, everybody we talk to, like whether they're at the beginning of their trip, middle, wherever, they've already noticed that there's so many things in their pack that they just never use, and they seem to really wish that they had less. And basically, it just feels good to have less. It's more comfortable to travel that way. It's easier to stay neat and organized. It's more aesthetically pleasing. It's just nice. So those are what we have for the benefits. And Dani is just about done unpacking. So I'm going to take a moment before I talk about our tips and just give you a chance to kind of look at everything that she has here. And like I said, we're going to have a packing list of everything that she has in the bag. And so you can see quite a bit fits in this 28-liter day pack. I mean,
yeah, it's everything we need. It actually kind of looks like too much stuff for me when it's spread out, but
it feels a little overwhelming. But actually it's not that much.
Just about perfect.
And yeah, most people end up traveling with like 65 liters, so this is all in 28 liters.
And it probably weighs about 15 pounds is my guess.
And there's room to spare.
Yeah, and actually, something also to note is that this is everything I'm taking with me and not including what I'm wearing. So actually, there'll be one less pair of shoes in the bags, one less pair of pants, and one less shirt probably, because it's going to be kind of chilly when I'm there. So there's actually going to be even a little bit more space.
Sweet. Okay, so Dani's going to pack it back up, and I'm going to talk about tips that we have for you for packing light. So they're kind of bigger concepts. So the number one concept or idea, tip, and I talk about this a lot, and it's just packing what's essential and nothing more. So, identify what's essential for your trip. It's going to be a little bit different for everybody, but pretty similar. But identify what you really need, and then don't bring more. Tip number 2, pack smart. So really pack comfortable, versatile, climate and activity appropriate clothing. So kind of fit a lot into that sentence, but comfortable, versatile, climate and activity appropriate clothing for what you're doing. And that doesn't mean it can't be stylish just because it's comfortable. Example. Also, leave the unnecessaries at home. So don't bring your curling iron, for example. You don't need to curl your hair while you're backpacking. You'll look great without it. Leave your accessories at home. You may want to bring a pair of earrings or 2 or whatever that means for you, but don't bring it all with you. And also limit your expensive items, especially the ones that just really aren't necessary. You don't want to be a target, and also you just have less to worry about. Another tip, you don't need many travel specific items. I did do a video on items that I've found are essential for me and for a lot of others for backpacking, but outside of those, I don't really get like the travel specific wardrobe or anything. I know some people look for those like pants that convert to shorts and all that stuff, but I find what I like to wear and pack are like my tried and trues. So when you're traveling, most likely you're gonna want to wear what you're comfortable in and what works for you. So you don't really need to worry about too many travel specific items.
And you want to look like a normal person too, and not like you're on a safari.
Such a good point. Don't plan for what ifs. So if you plan for every what if, you're gonna end up with a giant pack, which I think is where a lot of people go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you just leave open the possibility that if you need something, you can buy it in that place that you're in, because people do live in the places that you're going, and they do purchase all of their daily items in their country, most likely. So, you can have a small budget just in case if you need something, you can pick it up there. Also, it's fun. That's part of the adventure. Like when you need something in a different country, it's fun to go to find it in the store or ask around. That's actually what we have for you in terms, I was making sure I was going fast enough to beat her out, and I think I did a good job. So you get the end of Dani packing up her pack, and we're both total travel geeks and really enjoy this process. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching it as well. Look at her go. I'm very impressed.
I've never done it from this angle before.
And she's actually, you may have already mentioned this, but this is everything that she's going to bring. So theoretically, while she's traveling, she'll be wearing some clothes, which are not the ones she's wearing today. So she actually will have a little extra room in her pack, which I think that's a really good way to go about planning your pack, because that way you'll have some extra room in case if you buy anything while you're there, or you want to bring something special home, or just also to, just in case, have that extra room. Nice job. Nice job, Dani. That's impressive. Cool. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you're looking to go to Europe this summer or really take any sort of backpacking trip, I hope you find this useful. If you have any questions, let us know. See you later.
Bye.
Ready, set, go!
Dani, why is it you love your pack so much?
I love my pack.
Do you sleep with your pack fully loaded?
My pack.